Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today this is going out to a bunch of you who ask me this question all the time, but specifically to, let me make sure I say her name right, Sandra Van Ash. And I hope I said your name right. Her and I have been having discussions back and forth about Mod Podge, and as you guys know, if you've been with me for a while, I love Mod Podge. I love Mod Podge. I love Mod Podge so much. That and school glue. However, Mod Podge has a humongous line out now, and I've been asked to do some videos on the different kinds, and I will. That's coming up. However, this is for sticky journal pages. I get asked this so much about using Mod Podge and the Pages stick. So I want to tell you guys about a new product that they have that I've been using since I've got it, and I love it. And talk about stickiness because who doesn't like to talk about some stickiness? Um, I'll stop that comment right there. My mind continues to go, but my mouth shuts up. Okay, so this is a journal page. Obviously, I did it a while ago. And what I did was I put half of this delicious Mod Podge paper, and then down here I put the Mod Podge mat. Now, I will tell you, it's very humid here in New Jersey today, and it's only going to get worse. So I put this on here. I let it dry overnight. Now, I will tell you, this part up here with using the paper, it is not tacky at all. It's smooth as a baby's bottom. Down here, you can tell it's even a little thicker, and it's in my camera. I'm shaking my table. My camera's like, well, it is, I don't want to say tacky because it's not tacky, but I could see where, like if I put paper, see, it's not even going to stick, but you could tell like when you lift it off, it might have a little bit of tack, not even a lot, just a little bit. And I don't know if it's the humidity, but the paper does not stick. So I want to show you, I have this here. I do this little drawing here, and I put the regular matte Mod Podge down here, and I put the paper up here, and I want to show you how it works. Now, the paper, it's matte, and I'm going to read it to you. This is specifically made for paper. It is a water-based sealer, glue, and finish, and it is delicious. It is used for paper on paper projects, non-toxic and not tacky. So it's non-tacky. Apply thin coat to back of paper. You can cut out, smooth in place with fingers, let dry 2 hours before continuing. Apply this in a thin coat, dry 15 to 20 minutes between coats as a sealer. And that's what essentially this would be, or on here would be. And it's not sticky at all, and it dries so fast. I think Mod Podge matte is a bit thicker, and with it being a bit thicker, it has a tendency maybe to, we put it away too fast. So like I put this on here like maybe 10 minutes ago. Let me read what this says, just so I can know. Apply with brush or sponge applicator, close container after each use. Clean up while wet with soap and water to eliminate tackiness. There you go. To eliminate tackiness, apply clear acrylic sealer over cured Mod Podge. So there you go. That is why it apparently is tacky. I have used this as a sealer, and it's not a sealer. If we're using it here, that's why it stays a little tacky. You want to throw a acrylic sealer, and there's a million of them out there that you can buy at your craft store. Folk Art and Plaid have many, and I don't think I have any sitting here, but I'll have to look and get one and see what I have so we can use it and I can show you how it works. So that's why when you use the Mod Podge mat, if you read the directions, we all assume, let me read you what else here. And this is matte. They also have glossy and a million other ones, and I'll talk about, you know, I love all of the sparkly ones. I love the extreme glitter and the sparkle, and I also have another one that I'm going to show you guys later in another video. What did I do with it? It is called Pearl. Is that all it's called? Yeah, Pearl. So I'm going to show you guys that too because I'm very excited. All right, yeah, so it says, all right, to eliminate tackiness, apply clear acrylic puzzle saver, protect work surface under the finished puzzle, apply Mod Podge evenly over the entire puzzle. Be sure to cover all the cracks, let dry. For added protection, apply additional coats to front or back of puzzle. Sealer, apply a thin coat, which I tell you the truth, I never do a thin coat. I always think more is more. Um, yeah, apply a thin coat, dry 15 to 20 minutes between coats. I don't do that either. Quick finish, apply smooth, moderate coat. Textured finish, which now, and I'm going to show you guys, Mod Podge has a new textured Mod Podge out, which I'm so excited for. Apply a thick coat imitating artist brush strokes or stipple with sponge. Built up finish, apply at least 5 coats. Dry 15 to 20 minutes between. Wet sandpaper until smooth. Wipe dry, polish with steel wool. Wipe with damp cloth. We are going to do that one. Oh, we're going to do that one. Oh, I can't wait to do a lot of these. All right, so I'll have a video. We're going to do the textured finish and we're going to do the built up finish. Those two seem so much fun. So, hello, Matte Mod Podge. I'm also going to look at the glossy and see what they say. But this, okay, so we have that. And like I said, I read this and English, Cal English, and I told you what this says. And of course, dry 15 to 20 minutes between coats. Apply a thin coat. This is almost gone. I got to get more. Between matte Mod Podge, paper Mod Podge, and fabric Mod Podge, I am a junkie because I use these all the time. Here's my fabric one sitting here. I think this is my 3rd one I've done. And I got a lot. I'm going to be using this a lot more because you wonderful guys, I'm so excited. You guys have been buying my Odd Girl art quilts, and I use the fabric Mod Podge like crazy on there, and I have a couple custom orders, and I'm so excited. So thank you guys so much. You guys don't know what that means to me. And if you're interested in looking at my Etsy, I have jewelry, I have paintings, I have some of my Odd Girl art quilts. I will put my link down below. I will try to put it up here. I don't know if I could put it up there. YouTube has changed so much. But yeah, check it out for me, please, and share it. Even if you can't buy, I understand people are limited with their money, and I totally get it, as I am as well. But please share it around for me. I'd appreciate it. So yeah, so if you've been with me, you guys know I love these things. Okay, enough of me yapping. I'm going to take my paintbrush and dry it. So first I want to show you. Now, like I said, these are both dry, but I so understand. I mean, you could feel, this is almost like baby powder, the paper as it dries. It almost feels like you have some sort of powdery, and it's not powdery. There's no residue or anything that comes up, but that's kind of what it feels like a little smooth baby's bottom. This one is a little thicker, and you know, when you press on this, you don't get stuck. On this one, you get a little, just a little bit, and it's not massive. So I don't think if you use your Mod Podge mat, it's going to be an issue. But I will tell you this issue. What I suggest is when you use your Mod Podge mat, which so many of us have, and it's delicious, use it. See, you can hear it. Oh no, that's doing the same thing. It's because the paper is making noise. Don't forget that. If I could edit, I'd edit that out. Once you're done with your page, when you're using your regular Mod Podge, right? Leave it open overnight. Just leave it open to dry, because if it's humid like it is here today, or, you know, like it says 20 minutes in between, you want this to completely dry. So then when you go to shut it, your page, chances are it's not going to stick as much because you really let it dry. I don't. I do my pages, and then maybe 5-10 minutes later, I'm like, okay, next thing, and I close it and I'm on to the next thing. So that might be something you also want to make sure that you do if you are getting any tackiness, as well as, like I said, throw a clear coat on there. So let me grab a color here. Let's do a blue. Let's do a dark. And I just want to show. And this is how I like to use this. And this is for canvases that I'm doing over. You know, like maybe I have canvases that I don't really care for. If I'm doing a mixed media and maybe I put too many colors and it's too dark. Maybe I drew something in pen or marker and I can't I can't get it off, or gesso, it bleeds through. If you throw some Mod Podge down, whether it be matte or whatever, paper, and then you go to paint, and I'm showing you that on both. This is just a little tip and trick with my Mod Podge. Look at that. It completely covers what's underneath. Where if I didn't seal it, and I'll do over here, let me get a little bit more. What's going to happen is, especially if I have some non-permanent, you don't get that clear, you don't get as like transparent. And let me dry it and show you. Just a minute, just a minute. Okay, that side's dry. This acrylic paint dries so fast, I love it. What happens is, hopefully you could see it on the camera, I don't know. That's one thing with Mod Podge and the you guys know I love me some folk art paint. It is dries so fast and beautiful. But if you can see, why do I have my glasses not on? That's me. Now I gotta refocus. You could see how it comes through, and almost, I hope you can see, the orange underneath kind of muddles the blue a bit. Now, honestly, in mixed media, which I do, this doesn't bother me too much. I kind of go for that, but sometimes I want it more transparent. I mean, opaque, not transparent. This is transparent. This is more opaque. So you can see, you seal that underneath. So when you put this on, you can see that it comes up. You can see a little bit of the eye, not a big deal, but you can see that it's very opaque. And this one, you can see some orange coming through. You can see some of the white coming through. Do you see what I'm saying? So it is, it's great for a sealer, and obviously that's what it is. So that really works. That's a great tip. And that's, like I said, this is the paper up here. This is the regular Mod Podge. Do not think that just because you have Mod Podge matte that you can't use it to glue on your stuff or to put on your, as a final coat or whatever. You definitely can. I use Mod Podge to make things permanent. And I'm going to have videos coming up for that as well. So, and I have, I've used it with my pan pastels. I've used it with dilutions and with sprays and watercolor and all kinds of stuff. So there's a million different things that you can do with Mod Podge, and I love it, and I use it in my mixed media all the time. So let's go here real quick. Again, I'm feeling, now this isn't, there's no paint underneath here. So this feels kind of good. It's like, oh, both of them. There's no issues here. It's like, well, hello there. All right. I'm very weird, and I like to caress things. I am an artist. We caress things. I caress fabric. I'm a one of them weird people. Like, I love thrift stores, and we go to thrift stores and all, and I'm constantly caressing things. Like, oh, that feels good. When I go shopping, whether it's at a department store, clothes, whatever, I caress things. I'm very bizarre. All right, now let's see. What I love to do, and this is another tip, I love to draw underneath. Now, normally, if I'm doing mixed media or an art journal page, whatever, I like to put a base coat down of a color, and then I'll draw on top or whatever. But maybe I should do a lighter color. Maybe I want the background to be, God, I'm into gray lately. I love gray, but we're not going to do gray today. We're not going to do gray right now, today. I was rhyming, I got so excited, gray today, and then I said right now. Yeah. Too much medication. All right. So watch what we're going to do. I need a bigger brush. We need a bigger boat. Anybody? Anybody know what that quote's from? Tell me down below. I'm going to need a bigger boat. All right. I got a bigger brush. Okay. So this is what I like to do. And I've done this before too. But this is delish. All right, so let's add a little bit of water just because I do that sometimes to make the paint, move on a little bit. You don't have to. just so I get it everywhere. Like I said, being a mixed media artist is so much fun because I just make my own rules and I do what I want to do. And that's the fun of it. You can do what you want to do. People are so nervous, and there's nothing wrong. You know, there's nothing that should be scary about it. I am going to do one thing here. Well, that dries for 1 second. No, I don't want to change that. I don't want to change that. Nope, don't want to change that. All right, nothing's going to fix that. I got to get that shine out of there. But it's not. I have the worst camera ever. Okay. So you can see now, let me put that in there. Let me dry it. That I can see what I have underneath. Now, it didn't dry, it didn't smear. I used a pen, you know, a pencil. It wasn't a big deal. And what the great thing is, if you're using a cheaper paint, and there's nothing wrong with using a cheaper paint, you can use, let's see, AC Moore, Michaels. They all have their own store brands you can get for like 40 cents a piece, but the coverage isn't that great sometimes, or the opaqueness or that kind of thing isn't, you know, fantastic. This is great because the paper and the Mod Podge mat helps it slide on. Do you see how it kind of slides on, and it helps it grab a little bit, but you get, you know, kind of transparent. And I like that because I want to be able to see what's underneath here, and I want to be able to draw, but maybe I want to put another color. Let's go for the gray because that's just what I'm feeling. We'll just do a little bit here and a little bit there. And I'm gonna rinse my brush. Oh my God, I just choked on my own spit. Excuse me. Am I the only one that does that? I get so excited. I also have this horrible habit of taking a bite of something, and then I take a bite and then decide, yep, that's when I'm gonna start talking, and it gets, that's a whole issue. All right. You guys have also requested for me to start my scattered thoughts again. I mentioned it a few videos back, and you guys have been very kind about that, wanting me to start it again, so I probably will, with an addition, you know, like if I put a video up or whatever. All right. Okay. And just look. Now, you know, what I love to do, because I'm a little weird, you see that? You can't really see, especially with that freaking light. Let me move it. There we go. I knew I had it positioned somewhere where I could not have that there, but I must not have. Okay, and I'm gonna spray a little bit of water. My husband and daughter come in here, and they don't touch my art stuff, but they move my light. They do that. I don't know why. Why would they do such a thing? Just to get on my nerves, I think. And then I'm gonna go in. Now I'm not gonna, if I want to add texture, let's say we have these two colors and we want to add texture. We want some of that blue to come through. I'm a rapper, man. All right. And what would be really great is if you, now this is more of a muted, but if you put colors like beautiful complementary colors, or like I would do the blue and maybe an orange over it, or something that's really, you know, so you can see I'm going around and I'm adding, and I will pick that up for you and show you. But, and then if this is too dark and you can't see underneath, and this is sometimes how I do my art dolls. Depends on my mood. I do them a million different ways. I know you guys are requesting for me to do one start to finish, and we shall see. But you see? And you can see, now I'm going to dry this and then I'm going to bring it up so you can see. There's just, you know, like I said, the Mod Podge and the new paper Mod Podge is everything. It has changed so much for me. Like I said, it's not sticky, it's not, it's just changed. And I don't think a lot of you know about it. And I'm here to say it is fantastic. How many times do you go to a store and look at new products and you think, oh, you know, I don't know. How's it work? Is it going to be the same? Is it not? Like I said, the Mod Podge mat, still use it. It's fantastic. You can still use it for everything that you use it. But if you get a couple extra bucks and you got a nice coupon to print out, go check out the Mod Podge paper. I think you're going to write me and say, you're the best, Kelly, because it is awesome. And now look at the texture. My cat's playing with something. I'm so sorry. Look at that. Oh, it's delish. Okay, so I could go on for hours and hours, as you guys know. Now, please let me know what you guys think of this. And also, I don't mind, a couple of you mentioned that you guys feel bad when you're watching my videos, especially the little bit of longer ones, that I'll ask questions or I will make statements that you want to comment on and you don't want to leave 3-4 comments. Please do. I love comments, and I try to reply to as many as I can, as well as emails and Facebook messages. I do my best. So yeah, so if you have to comment 4 or 5 times, I don't care. I do that too to people. I'm sure it maybe drives them nuts, but when I'm watching something, you know, and then it's like, oh, I want to, you know what I mean? So please do it. I don't care. I love it. And if you've been with me for a while, you know. I am going to, I think, start vlogging, and which is kind of what this is, but this is more of a Mod Podge video. But I'm going to kind of start vlogging while I, not vlogging. Yeah, is it vlogging? I guess, while I art a little bit more. You guys seem to like that, and I'm really happy that you guys like it, because I'm here for you guys. I want you guys to, you know, dig what I do, and I love, I don't even want to get into it now, but I love hearing back from you guys. And I have a lot of cool stuff coming up, and like I said, there's so many cool Mod Podge things that I'm going to be showing you guys, and I'm going to do my best to do some giveaways with it. So as always, you guys rock. Please check out my Etsy. Please check out my Patreon. I'm updating it with some new perks. And I'll let you guys know when that goes completely live with the new perks. And if you're not already and you would like to be, please subscribe. The button's down below. Click that little bell next to it so you get notified when I upload new videos. I usually do it almost every day during the week except Sundays, depending. And you guys, leave me a like so I know that you guys enjoy watching my videos. I know this is a bit long, and I'm sorry, but I love you guys. And as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Remember, progress, not perfection. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.